Good morning. Welcome to morning practice. My name is Olivia. This is a morning practice of meditation, breath work, and some movement to help you cultivate a relationship, a deeper relationship of awareness with yourself using meditation and the breath and how our bodies feel and how we pay attention to them. Yesterday, I offered practice as normal and um, found in the end that the audio had not been on at all. And so I apologize for not having the video yesterday. I had a video, but there was just no audio. So, and I just didn't have an opportunity yesterday to try to film another one. But it was the Scorpio full moon yesterday, and the full moon often brings a sort of intensity of energy with it, and especially because we've been working through these energies of the recent solar eclipse on April 8th and the lunar eclipse on March 25th. And excuse me, the vernal equinox is really kind of those three sort of earth events, celestial events, have kind of propelled us into a new energetic springboard. 2024 in general is a new energetic springboard, but those three events in particular have been sort of jet propulsion into these energies of shattering the old illusions and stepping into new paradigms. And the full moon yesterday, and the energy is still very palpable today, is very much about the empowerment we feel as we step into this transformation and bringing these energies really into sort of like more of a fruition where we're seeing them actually taking shape at this immense time of awakening and this beautiful time of healing. And so really this is such an important time to actually to cultivate a relationship with your deep inner wisdom and your deep inner knowing that would be very in tune with not just the full moon energy, but the energy of today, to really go in an internal space and connect to your inner knowing. And if you don't know what I mean by that, let's drop into meditation together, and I can guide you through that as we begin in a moment. I think if there's anything else I'd like to say about this moon is that, there is an aspect here of really bringing the energies that we've been moving through and aligning them to your soul intention and diving deep into what you're here to do. And really, that really is, if that isn't clear to you, that's why we go in. That's why we go internal. It's if you're looking for your soul intention, it's much more a process of looking inward than externally. Externally, there's a lot going on. And the other value of going inward, of course, is there's a lot going on. And sometimes it's good to just step away from all of that and align with the self, even if it is for the purpose of peacefulness, inner quiet, and compassion with oneself when things become a little turbulent and rocky on the outside. There's a lot of internal wisdom here to connect to that is not directed by external factors of measurement or external standards of just what's happening on the outside. There's a lot going on right now in the world, and I think everyone can say it's a very destabilizing time, and So, how do we navigate the destabilization, both collectively and personally? And I really feel like this is the time to know yourself internally. And there's so many ways to do that, but really just even taking 5 minutes and being quiet and not letting yourself be overstimulated by everything trying to get your attention on the external world. So let's us drop into meditation today. I would like us to do a slightly longer meditation than normal. So if you're new to meditation, you want to find a way of sitting that feels comfortable to your body, where your spine can be tall. Now, that can be in a chair or in a comfortable position with more support. You really just want to make sure that you feel elongated in the spine and the tail is allowed to drop. You can sit with your back against a wall because that will give you some support, and then you can let the wall help you sit up tall and straight. But I like to sit on a block. Sitting on a bolster or blanket could be helpful too. Something that elevates the hips over the knees. And just finding that place first. So let's all just close our eyes and come into a tall seat, letting the shoulders drop and letting the chin point down towards the chest. And as you sit here, just notice at first what comes up in the quietness. Feel how it is to be in contact with the floor. How does your internal space feel? Myself, I offer this practice as a morning practice because the energy is quieter and cleaner in general in the morning. And that's often a good time to just go inward and check in. So let's feel the weight, feel the points of contact on the ground, and just let your tailbone feel really like it's this beautiful extension dropping down at the base of your spine. And send out an energetic root from your tailbone, letting that beautiful root go deep down into the soil beneath you, deep down into the planet that you are a beautiful expression of. Let yourself find yourself rooted deeply to the planet. Just noticing how that feels. Letting yourself be quiet here. And if the mind does feel noisy, just imagine all of those thoughts are just like a drama on the stage. And the curtains are closing, the volume is being turned down. You always have the agency to choose to step away from any thinking, any thoughts, and just begin to notice the quality of what it is to inhabit your body and placing your awareness in the physical sensation of just sitting here and breathing, the breath opening the chest, breath contracting. You feel your life force, your circulation moving through different parts of the body. The hands, the palms of the hands may feel quite warm and active. Notice how that moves through different areas where you're seated, where you're in contact with the ground, placement of your shoulders, the length of your neck. Just imagine right above the crown of your head, there's a flower opening to the sun above you. And just feel that kind of blossoming petals, so delicately and beautifully opening to receive. And that energy just at the top of the crown of your head, as if it lifted the spine just ever so slightly more. As your tailbone continues to be rooted deep into the earth. And you may, excuse me, want to bring your hands to a place where you can physically hold the heart space, either one palm on top of each other. You can have your hands in prayer position, Anjali Mudra. You just can let your hands be seated in the lap, either the palms facing down or palms facing up. What feels in alignment with your energy this morning? What feels in alignment with the quality of the life force that you are noticing? And begin to feel how the inhale and exhale expands the heart center very sweetly. And you may feel the energy from the palms of your hands just electromagnetically resonating with the electromagnetic field of the heart. The energy around the heart center and the energy around the hands, magnifying each other. The warmth of the hands, gently supporting and holding the heart with tenderness. Maybe take a moment here to just offer yourself some loving, supportive kindness. thanking yourself for quietly turning inward, feeling what is in the heart center, feeling the strength and power of the heart, noticing there's a beautiful, brilliant light there, your unique light, and letting the beautiful field of energy that you're creating is really allowing that light to grow in the safety and support of turning inwards. And there may be a person, a place, a situation in the world that you would like to dedicate the power and beauty and brilliance of your heart light to, across any distance, physically, psychically. The photons your heart emits can go in infinite length, in infinite direction. And we'll take a few more moments here in silence together, really residing in that heart light, feeling your own illumination from the center of your being, emanating out into the world. Allowing the breath to deepen, noticing how are you connecting to the quality of your internal space. How are you connecting to the quality of your heart space? What is the channel? What is the voice that touches your internal space with tenderness, and love, and compassion? We'll take an inhale to Om together, just inhaling deeply, filling the chest. Oh. You can let the hands drop if they're at the heart space. I'd like to begin this morning just with a little Sanskrit. Asatoma sadgamaya, Tamasoma joti gamaya, Myrtyorma, Myrtyorma, amrtam gamaya. From ignorance, lead us to truth. From darkness and confusion, lead me to the light of knowing. From what is fleeting, from what is temporary, lead me to what is eternal, everlasting. And hence, in the speaking of truth, what is your truth? How do we connect to what our truth is? And for me, it begins with going inside to feel the body, to be in touch with the heart, and know no matter what the turbulence is or what the external confusion, darkness, noise, there is a direct passageway in the heart to what is certain, everlasting, and true. And that is your unique light that emanates from your amazing heart. We'll take some just very simple, even breathing, inhaling for a count of 4, holding for a count of 4, exhaling for a count of 4, and holding for a count of 4. Nice sort of a box breathing. If the idea of holding for 4 counts feels too long to you, just adjust it so it's personally comfortable. The point of morning practice is to cultivate a relationship with the tools that is comfortable for you, that is true for you. I'm giving you a model, but you can take that model and adjust it to what is comfortable and true for you. So we'll begin inhaling, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhaling, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhaling, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhaling, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhaling, hold, exhaling, hold. Inhaling, hold, exhaling, hold, inhaling, hold, exhaling, hold. You can continue to take another 3 rounds on your own, in your own time. Really just aligning yourself to the quality of your breath,
Asato
going within, noticing what it is to
sadgamaya
have space between the inhale and the exhale,
Tamaso
noticing your body doesn't need to breathe right away. Allow yourself
joti
to be curious about that space between the inhale and the exhale.
Myrtyorma amrtam gamaya Om Shanti Shanti.
You can begin to allow yourself to breathe normally, and we'll begin a movement practice over on our mat. I'm going to move over to my mat, which is not right here. You might already be on your yoga mat. It can be useful to have yoga blocks for your practice today.
Sadgamaya
But if you don't have them, it's totally fine. They're just a helpful prop. Blankets can be useful to go under the knees for certain positions, and also to cover yourself with if it's chilly where you are. But we'll
joti
meet over on the mat, and
gamaya
yeah, let's go there.
Myrtyorma
I'm not
amrtam
sure what the emphasis of today's practice is going to be, but it usually gets revealed as we move forward with the practice. And I feel like the entire week for me, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, has really been so much about going inward, and really connecting to the inner space of the inner self. So really just as we move through our practice, keeping that awareness alive in a way that's relevant for you. How does the internal space feel? The breath work is such a great way of bringing the attention and focus to the process that is almost unconscious with us, and we are bringing consciousness to the breathing process. And that is a really strong signal to the nervous system that you are in a state of safety and ease and expansion, which can be very stabilizing, especially if outer circumstances are the opposite of stabilizing. So I have some dust on my nose. But I'm sitting here in a straddle, and I'm just gonna move my torso, nice circles to the left. And you can just have your hands on and you might want to dip a shoulder down, and you might want to dip another shoulder down. Just give yourself some intuitive movement. Take the circles in the opposite direction. Again, dipping a shoulder down and dipping a shoulder down. That can feel really nice. As we slowly, just gently connect to the body in a way that feels natural and easeful.
amrtam gamaya
You allow yourself some fluidity in your joints, in your limbs, in your arms. And then we'll just, as we sort of move our arms as if we were seaweed underwater, giant forests of kelp, just allow ourselves to sit here and move gently. And we'll gather that as your kelp strands reach up towards the sunlight on the surface of the ocean, and your hands come to prayer. You bring that prayer to your heart and just offering gratitude and love to be in this body, to have this incredible heart, this incredible physical expression, this instrument of consciousness, this receptor of sensory intelligence. It's a marvel of energetic processes in one consistently moving focal point. It is a seat of power, of love. It is a seat of wisdom. Just allow yourself to feel real gratitude for your own body, the pleasure of kissing, of making love, the pleasure of what it is to ride a bicycle, to run through a field in the sunlight, to swim in the ocean, merely just to walk down the street in your neighborhood and observe the light, the trees, the other humans. The body is such a great gift. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we'll inhale our arms over our heads, our long strands of kelp reaching up to the surface of the water, reaching up to the sunlight. And then we'll just bring our hands together. And that prayer comes to the heart, offering love and gratitude for every single sentient being on the planet. All the people we know and love who hold us up and support us and give us the strength when sometimes we can't find the strength ourselves. And then there's so many people whose work, whose brilliance, whose ingenious ideas have contributed to make the life that we live possible. Everybody is always giving their unique gift just by being themselves. We are all part of this confusing and beautiful, great mystery, this great cosmic sentience, this coherent oneness of knowing, each person a fractal expression of this consciousness. So grateful for all sentient life, for every single person. May everyone be well and everyone be blessed. May everyone be happy and free. We'll inhale our arms up over our heads, bringing the hands to prayer. Prayer comes to the heart. Such love and gratitude for this planet Earth. It was Earth Day on Monday, but really every day is Earth Day. Every day is an opportunity to appreciate and love this incredible being that we inhabit. The endless nourishment, the endless support, and her own inner wisdom of movement and seismic activity and geomagnetics. The earth is extraordinary, and it is such an honor and blessing and privilege to live here. So we offer gratitude and love for her. And you can let your prayer come to you can let your prayer just, your hands come to the ground. And we're going to just take our hands under our knees and bring them in. And we're going to just come to a tabletop position. So all fours, you're going to be on your hands and knees. You're going to spread your knees wide and then just take your hips back and just allow yourself to come down into child's pose here. I'm definitely reading the energy today is quiet and not much of a dynamic practice today. We're just going to stay pretty internal. Just letting the head roll on the mat. And letting the hips roll side to side. And then we'll come back to all fours. And you're just going to let your hips drop towards the mat and bringing the chest a little bit through the upper arms, looking ahead of you. And then just again, pressing into the hands, pushing back, letting the head drop. And just before you get all the way down to child's pose, let the inhale bring you forward, letting the hips drop. Just let this be really gentle movement, really soft. And exhaling, bringing it back and really aligning your breath to the movement, really feeling how long can you extend that inhale as you come forward, letting the hips drop. How long can you extend your exhale as you move backward? And as we come forward this time, we're going to come all the way down to the ground. So if you need to adjust your position so that you're on your mat, and just let the forehead rest here for a moment. Breathing in, sighing it out. Breathing in, sighing it out. And we'll bring our elbows under our shoulders for a Sphinx position. Pressing into the elbows, just allowing the gravity to hold, letting gravity just take the weight of the body as you press your heart space through the girdle of your shoulders, maybe bringing the shoulders down a little bit more. You don't want to really crank your neck so much as extend the length on the back of the neck. So that might even mean pointing the chin down slightly. Really feeling the movement coming from the back of the heart space. Allowing yourself to be in Sphinx here and noticing, exploring your internal space through the stillness of the Sphinx. And you might have a little bit of fluidity, movement as you're here. I'm curling my chin towards my chest, puffing up between my shoulder blades, and then releasing forward and coming back down to the mat. And just rolling the hips here. And we're going to press back up to a seat. Press back up to a tabletop. And we'll take a brief downward dog, tucking the toes, just for a lovely morning stretch, feeling. And you're just going to pedal into each foot, gently
pedaling into one foot, pedaling into the other foot. And this might feel quite different and more engage more of the energetic senses. But allow yourself to really stay with that quiet inner space as you walk and stretch each leg, pressing your hands into the mat. And then just walking your feet up towards your hands. You're going to be in a forward fold, which should allow there to be a really generous bend in the knees. So you can fold over the legs and just let the body rest here. Letting yourself moan or sigh. Noticing if you do bring sound and noise and vibration through your throat, that it allows the body to feel a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more expansive. And then we'll just curl up, rolling up the spine.
And come to standing. And we're just going to really feel what it is to stand. Pressing into each foot. Again, feeling the length of the whole spine from the tailbone, as if there was a weight at the base of the tailbone. Shoulders are dropping down the back. And there's a lotus flower on the top of your head, opening to the light, feeling the light, feeling the crown of the head extend toward the light, just like our help arms did earlier. Really feel the stability of your feet as you really engage with the length of your spine. What it is to stand. You might close your eyes here and just really feel yourself standing on the earth. I have interruption, so you continue to stand and I'm going to help somebody get in here. Do this. Hi. Do you know that your key also does the other door as well as this door?
Oh, it does?
Yes, yes. So next time, is it okay to ask you to go out through that side? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So from Tadasana, we're going to just come down to the ground. We have morning practice here in a donated space, and we're very grateful for the donated space, but it does mean occasionally we have delivery interruptions. So apologies for that. We'll come and bring our legs to a wide straddle again, and just again feeling the hips on both sides. And now you're going to turn and face the left leg, right leg, sorry. And then reaching your arms out as a T, we're going to just reach towards the left with your left hand, and then let your left hand just drop on the foot and reach the right arm up to the sky. And as it gets to sort of vertical, really again, bring your awareness into the right hip and really press that right hip in as you reach the right arm up. And then we'll continue to bring the right arm up and over as if your fingertips could just gently brush that seam between the wall and the ceiling. And just allow yourself to really feel the extension of your side body here. And then we'll come right back up to center. You're going to keep facing towards your right leg. And then you're going to lift the chest and we're going to fold over that right leg. And you're going to use your right hand to press into the mat when you take your left hand to the outer edge of your right foot and bring your torso down, folding over the leg. And that press of the right hand helps give leverage to turn the body to the right. That can actually feel really nice on the hips. Really noticing the quality of your internal space. And then pressing back up. And we'll turn towards the left leg. And then bringing our arms out at a T, reaching towards the right, letting the right hand fall and bringing the left arm up. And again, when we get to about a vertical position, really let's again engage our awareness into that left hip, pressing it down as the left arm reaches up to the sky, feeling that extra length we create, and then bringing that left hand up and over as if the left fingertips could just brush that seam between the ceiling and the wall. You may turn your heart up to the ceiling. Feeling the extension of the left side body, and then reaching up to a T, facing the leg, and lifting the chest. You're going to bow over your left leg. Again, the left hand can be placed behind the left leg. The right hand can come to the left edge foot. And as you bow over this leg, pressing into that left hand to turn the body towards the left, and you'll feel that stretch along the bottom of your hamstring of your left leg. And that can feel really good. It's a gentle morning stretch. And then pressing up, we'll come, just take a moment to connect with the internal space. We'll take a forward fold here together, and if forward folding in this position is uncomfortable, take a forward fold that feels more appropriate for you. I'd love us all to feel like we can just drop in and relax as we forward fold here. So having a block to go under the head, so you can place your forehead there, and then really letting the weight of the body drop into the block, into the support. It's really about finding a position where you can really experience a letting go and a surrendering into the pose. And as you feel your forehead in contact with whatever is underneath it, imagine there is a vortex of silver, mercurial, liquid, tiny vortex, a thin, tiny strand of liquid pouring through your third eye, deep into the planet below you, deep into the cool, dark soil. Whether you're 7 floors up in a building or connecting right to the earth, that energetic strand, that energetic vortex reaches deep into the soil of our planet and carries on it any unuseful, unnecessary, any noise of the mind being carried out through the third eye. And allow that
awareness that you are letting go of anything that is not serving you, to bring a sense of ease and expansion through the rest of your physical being, a release, a relaxing as you let it go. Breathing here, allowing it all to drain away deep into the earth. Breathing deeply and exhaling, pressing into the hands. We'll come up to seat. Come up very gently. Just come up quietly and gently. Maybe keeping the eyes closed. And we'll just bring our knees in. You can put your hands under your knees and bring them in together. And we'll turn to lie down on our back on the mat. Just let yourself have the feet hip width apart, the knees are pointing up. And just give yourself a moment to really find the length of your spine on the mat here. What feels grounded, what feels good. And we'll take a very brief supported bridge. I'm going to put the block underneath our hips on its lowest setting. So that would look like this. And you want it just above the tailbone on the sacrum, not on the lower back. Just allow the body to rest here onto the block, feeling the weight of the body sinking in. If you don't have a block, you can just take 3 bridges, lifting the hips, lifting each vertebrae, and then coming down each vertebrae and really placing awareness in the lifting of the hips and the extension of the vertebrae 3 times. And then if you're on the block, you're just going to extend both legs out, feeling the support holding you up under the hips and really giving the weight of your body to gravity. Just let yourself fall in here. What it feels like to be supported in this place. And then pressing into the feet again. We'll take the block out, making any adjustments you might need. Putting the right foot up, right ankle on top of the left knee, drawing the left knee in for a moment, using the right elbow to press the right leg away as you draw the knee towards you. And then you can let that go. Curl the legs together and let them drop to the left as you extend an arm to the right and look over the right arm. And then rolling the head back to center. Bringing the feet back up. Pressing into the feet, readjusting the hips so that they feel aligned again. We'll lift the left leg, put the left ankle on the right knee, and you can bring the right foot, right knee towards you and pressing the left elbow into the left thigh, pushing the thigh away as you draw the knee in. Really feeling the benefit of the hip stretch. And as you let that go, you can just cross the legs, letting everything go to the right as you extend the left arm, looking out over the left.
So wonderful to have our interruption today by a local bakery that does such incredible work here in our neighborhood, making such incredible bread, and calls to mind, when we're offering gratitude for the people we don't know, like those incredible people who bake the delicious bread or delicious gluten-free bread or delicious whatever food that we do consume that someone else has created, and we don't even know the person, right? But we have the benefit of their energy, of their wisdom, of their practice. You're going to extend both legs along the mat, letting the palms face up. We're coming into our final resting posture here. Really letting the body sink in, letting yourself just release all of your weight, release all of your energy, release the awareness, and just let yourself melt into the mat. On your next deep breath in, let it fill the body. Let there be an awareness of the quality of the air moving across the surface of your skin. And breathing in and preparing to roll to fetal position on one side. And just stay there for a moment. Perhaps your upper arm is supporting your head. Just be in fetal position. And then slowly keeping the eyes closed or very, very softly focused, you're going to come up to a seat. Again, finding the length along the spine, feeling the shoulders drop down the back, feeling the tailbone deeply rooted into this beautiful planet, and the lotus flower on the crown of your head, receiving the light and reaching toward that light. Beautiful petals of the flower, so pure, born from the mire, all that is around it. Let your soul self blossom. All your soul self into being. And you may wish to keep a physical connection to the heart space as we close practice together with one single Om. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Really navigate this time with your inner wisdom. Navigate this time with your inner knowing. For each of us, that might be different, but allow yourself to really go within and find that beautiful inner knowing that is yours. It is not a reaction to or an engagement with external stimuli, but emanating from the center of your power, the center of your being, the center of your heart. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Thank you so much for practicing together. Take good care.